everyone, this is Mike Regan here, Gamingring.com, alongside Bryan Williams from THQ. Bryan,
what's up, Mike?
We're talking about Smackdown Vs Raw 2010.
Yes, we are again. Yeah, is this gonna be part 2 of that interview that I see on your website?
It can be. Well, actually, it's part 3 because we broke the first interview in 2 parts. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
before we start, okay, I go to your website a lot.
Okay.
I like Gamingring.com. I love reading the boards. I love it. You've got my name spelled wrong, man.
That is Charles Shane's fault.
Is that Charles?
That is Charles Shane's fault. He does all the.
And I was like, wow, I was hurt. I was like, me and my boys, and you got an I instead of a Y.
I. So it's B-R-Y-A-N. So.
It's okay, Charles. I'm not gonna hold that against you.
Okay. Yeah. I'll slap him around, but yeah, he's Ohio.
Oh, you gotta slap me.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. I've been dealing with that my whole life. It's all right.
Well, at least they got your name right in the game, though.
That's true.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
my
So,
name is right in the game, yeah.
cool. Now, we haven't really talked about the different old match types that are in the game, like the Hell in a Cell and the table match and the ladder match. Is there any improvements to those modes this year?
Outside of, well, for ladder matches, ladder and TLC matches, which are now the same, which I think I've mentioned before, there's no more pinfalls and submissions in the TLC. It's just like a regular ladder match. There's that, and then outside of being able to, having the correct belts, being hanging from the hook, they pretty much are the same as they were last year. Wanted to do them, especially wanted to do Hell in a Cell, do some cool things with that, but without getting, I don't want to get myself in trouble, we weren't able to do that this year. All of our kind of efforts went into improving the Royal Rumble and including the Championship Scramble match. So I know that's probably not what the fans want to hear, but trust me, it's not that we choose to ignore other match types. We just we're going through some things, and it was like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what needs to be given attention the most? And I honestly, and you can disagree with me about this, but being the game, I try to make the best call for the fans, the people who are plunking out the money. In my mind's eye, it was the Royal Rumble, and I felt that this match has been really, really lackluster for a lot of years. And like I had mentioned in my whatever the hell that was, that presentation.
The presentation,
that because the Royal Rumble is such, I mean, it's prominently featured in Road to WrestleMania and Story Designer, and it's just kind of everywhere. And with it being such a marquee match within WWE, I really felt that needed some attention, more so than the others. So the Royal Rumble's awesome this year, and Hell in a Cell is still a fun match. Ladder match, definitely is still good. But the fans, if you're expecting something radically different from last year, it will not be in 2010. But that's the joy of working on yearly titles. We've always got something that we can do and improve for the next year's game.
Now, with the Havoc engine being used this year, has there been any improvement in table physics going through the table, or is that basically the same as last year?
Our implementation of Havoc this year was definitely like a year one type thing, where we only its implementation is only factored into certain aspects. As we go year to year, like next year, we'll be able to incorporate more elements of that. So I can't, I don't want to confirm or deny right now because it's still, still talking about 2010, but you'll definitely see an influence of Havoc more as we push forward in the franchise. So I don't know if that's a satisfactory answer or whatever, but yeah.
What's new this year in the online menu?
Online menu?
Or the online modes?
Modes? Well, outside of, I know there was that rumor about Royal Rumble. Online, which is unfortunately not the case this year, but we still have the Battle Royal, and you can still do an over-the-top Battle Royal online, and it has, all the same, mini games functionalities as the Royal Rumble. So there's that. The match types are, the ones that are offline, you can still play online, with the exception of the Elimination Chamber. I don't think. Can you do Elimination Chamber? You can, right? Yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah. Our big emphasis for online was just community creations. That's the biggest new addition this year to our online feature set, is having, kind of, instead of having, Smackdown versus Raw, or, the fans kind of dispersed to various websites and everything as far as, being able to show off their created content, we really wanted to just bring everybody together, into the game and have a community set up where, our players can come together and upload all of their creations, leave comments, provide ratings for everything that they're viewing or downloading. And really just kind of have that, you know, online community of, you know, creative types as well as those people like myself who, I mean, I'm creative, obviously, but I'm not going to make an epic story designer story, but I'm gladly going to be, you know, download the hell out of them and play them. So I think it's, I'm really, really excited about that. And I think I might have mentioned it before, but just how fun it is to just go on there and just, you know, view creative superstars, view people's moves, you know, highlight reels, you know, everything. It's really fun. You can really lose a lot of hours in the day on that community creation. So I hope the fans dig it. I think I'm really proud of it. I know everyone who's worked on the game this year is very, very proud of what we've done in that regard.
Now, I have to ask some tough questions. So, last year, DLC made a debut for the Smackdown series for the first time. It was kind of a mixed response for the fans, especially specifically for the Xbox 360 versus me.
Mixed response from me.
Really? Can you tell us what happened with the 360 DLC and the patch and everything else?
You know, honestly, I can't. I would love to. I mean, if you know me. I mean, I like to.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah, I know. You asked me a question, and I want to do my best to answer it as truthfully as possible. But I cannot go into that. Yeah, there were issues, and I, you know, apologize to anybody who had to, you know, for the wait. I know for that patch and everything. So outside of that, mistakes were made. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't want to get into specifics because I want to be around next year to be talking to you.
Definitely.
So just mistakes were made, and, you know, for those, you know, for players to wait and all that, I apologize.